is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And today we're going to be doing the NFL Week 9 predictions for the Beast Picks. And joining me is the reigning 48. We are doing it on Zoom this week because of, we're all busy this week. This
Halloween.
is a busy week. Very busy week. It was very unlikely we were going to be able to do it in front of us, but we will try to get it back going in the studio, the Tiki studio, for next week. So stay tuned for that. But right now we're doing the picks from the Zoom.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, yeah. So let's start it up. The
Thursday night game,
NFL Prime. We have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Houston Texans. And I'm almost certain that the Philadelphia Eagles are the favorites.
2 touchdowns.
Yes. So 16, right?
Or 14, bud.
14, yeah, 14. That's the 2 points.
13 and a half.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Eagles, I mean, right now, at least they are
the best team in the league.
Now. Right. No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, you got the Bills still.
Sure.
But
on paper, they're better than Buffalo. They're 7-0.
It is what it is. The Cardinals are 7-0, and we all know what happened there. So right now they are the best team, but who knows what will happen down the road. But as of right now, I can't see anything where this will be the game where they lose. They're playing the Houston Texans, and as I said last week, they are a rebuilding team. This is not going to be the game they get off the schneid. This is, the Eagles just are really good right now, and I don't think Houston would be the one to do it. Even if though it is in Houston, I'm giving it to Philly to get it done here. I'm gonna say it's 26-7.
Okay. I'm gonna say Philadelphia does it as well. Probably to the tune of 28-6, I'll say.
Okay. All right. So now we move on to Sunday. Sunday 1:00 games. We have the Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. I'm going to take that the Patriots are the favorites.
One moment here. Switching back and forth between basketball and football. The Patriots are indeed a 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah. And the Colts, they lost by a point, but they don't have really a quarterback. And I guess to my understanding is that Matt Ryan, even when he does get healthy, that he's most likely not going to secure the starting job again. So that means they're going with Sam. I believe his name was Sam. What was his last name?
Sam Ehlinger.
Sam Ehlinger the rest of the way. And I mean, I guess he did okay for a debut game, but it was against the Commanders. So, is what it is. But I don't think he's going to win here.
Correct.
So I'm going to give it to the New England Patriots. And they are starting Jones, not Zappy here. So, but I still think the Patriots win. I'm going to give it 24-6 for the Patriots here.
Yeah, I'll go with the Patriots as well on this. I'm not going to be that ballsy, and I don't trust the Colts. They're selling off pieces. Nyheim Hines is the Buffalo Bill. 16-10 Patriots.
All right. All righty. Next, we're already on my team, which unfortunately lost live in Buffalo. I got to experience it. It was a great experience in the game, though I will say I did love getting to go to the game. There were a lot of Packers fans there, which every time I have gone there, there's always been a pretty good amount of Packers fans there. But we didn't win again. And now I have to wait another 8 years, unless, there's some rotation with the NFC and the AFC since we have 17 games now. But where we play one off conference team each year now. But nonetheless, we didn't get it done. But we did show some promise in the game. I didn't think it was that bad of a game performance. I did think we did look a little better than we have looked in the past couple weeks, and that does give me hope. Simone 83
Samari Torre,
who made a very good play on the Bills defense and got a pretty good touchdown, which as you guys seen on my YouTube channel when I did the vlog of everything that I recorded at the Bills game, I got that, and I was really awesome. That was the one play I was able to get that was positive. I missed the interception. I had just turned off my camera when they threw that interception in the end zone, so I missed that and only got the celebration. But I did like to see that. Aaron looked better in this game. They did run it a little better. Detroit, as you know, they're inconsistent. I think this is a game that we can get back on the schneid off. I think we're going to win 23-10 here. And I believe are we the favorites or the Lions? I forgot to ask that too.
you are the 3.5 point favorite.
Okay, so we are the favorites. So yeah, but I'm sticking to my 23-10 victory and getting us hopefully back out the schneid. Hopefully, let's make it a better November than a better October, since we were 0-4 in October. So let's get back in it. Go Pack, go.
This is a tough game. I want to pick Detroit so badly. I so badly want to pick Detroit, but Detroit also can't hold on to games just like Green Bay can't. I would say Green Bay wins at 21-17. They pull off some heroics at the end. We go with the Packers.
Okay. Oh, and hopefully Simone is the new Donald Driver, because
his name is Samari Torre.
Samari Torre. Samari Torre, I hope you are the new Donald Driver, because Donald Driver was a 7th round draft pick, and we need a lot of help because we're not going to get help from our stupid GM. Hashtag unretire Ron Wolf. Anyways, next we have the San Diego Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, LA. They should be in San Diego, but LA Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm gonna assume the Falcons are the favorites.
Maybe
the Chargers. It's possible.
Chargers are the 3-point favorite.
Okay. I don't know. This one could go either way. The Falcons have looked promising, but they almost choked it last week. Chargers just don't know. They're just I don't think they're ready yet, but they're always playing tough, it seems like. But I'm gonna just say the Falcons 16-13. Close game, possibly a winning field goal or just a stand on it, but
I'm also going to go with the Falcons 17-16. Chargers are most likely missing their top 2 receivers. And that's what 90% of the Chargers offense is passing. So I think the Falcons pull it out in an upset.
Yep. All right. Next we have your Buffalo Bills at the New York Football Jets. Or the New Jersey Jets, as they should be called. I'm gonna assume that the Bills are the favorites, even though it's in
12.5 points.
Oh wow, that's even better than the Packers here. So they really confident on the Bills now. Jets have been playing good. I'm really surprised at how good the Jets have been playing as of late. Though I don't see the Bills falling apart. Though I will say this. In me watching the game live, and I don't know if you picked this up on television, the Buffalo Bills, as good as they are, and I do think they're the best team in the AFC, and I've said this multiple times this year, but the one concern I have them is they are getting a little reckless and a little cocky because when they had like a 2-touchdown game and they could have easily ran the clock out and made it a much faster game, they decided to continue passing it, which I wasn't complaining about because that possibly could have gotten us back in the game. But they were passing the ball too aggressively, and they threw 2 interceptions to Green Bay, which gave us chances to come back, which we ended up not capitalizing on, of course. But that can be a concern later on, and that's something that I think should be noted about them going forward. I think the Bills do still win. I'm going to give it a 30-17 victory. But that is something that I should note about the Buffalo Bills right now. What do you say?
I think the Bills are going to struggle in this game, but they will win. I think it's going to be 20-17 Buffalo, and it's going to be a lot closer than most Bills fans want this to be.
Okay. Anything about what the Bills are doing, or?
It's nothing about what the Bills are doing. I'll give credit where credit's due, and the Jets have looked like a very good team. They built very well. They had a good draft this year. I mean, you have young cornerback Sauce Gardner. I talked about this when they beat Green Bay. I said it wasn't really a fluke game. The Jets have put together a very good team. Yes, Zach Wilson doesn't look the part of a star quarterback yet, but they've done all the parts well, and they've got enough people there to win games. So they're not going to completely go backwards in that scenario here. I really like the ability of where we're at and how we're playing here. The Jets have looked good. I think Buffalo still has the higher firepower, but I think for the time being, you're going to see the Jets really hold it out and be able to hang tight, especially in a home game here.
All right. So next we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Washington Commanders. I'm going to just guess that the Vikings, unfortunately, are the favorites.
3.5 points.
Shit.
Well, hey, they were able to make trades for receiving targets.
Yeah, don't remind me. Yeah, within their own division too. When's that ever happen these days?
Very, very rarely.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Commanders in an upset. I like what Heineke is doing, and more hope that I just want the Vikings to goddamn lose. But I'm gonna say the Commanders. They are with Heineke. Like I said, I mean Heineke, I think is a very good quarterback, and I think if you develop him, he could be a potential franchise quarterback down the road. But you got to work with him and develop him. And like I said, I think he's the guy they should have had. They don't really need Carson Wentz. They should have just stuck with him from the beginning. And I think the Commanders will win 20-13.
I think you're out of your damn mind, and that's just a pipe dream there. I've been a very big defender of Washington for some of the young talent there, but Minnesota's continued to prove they can win games, and they're building off it. Yes, they lost Irv Smith for 8 to 10 weeks, but TJ Hawkinson is a huge target to gain there. That's like the prototypical player you could ask for in Kirk Cousins, who's not the world's best quarterback. So I think Hawkinson's going to help take this offense to the next level. It does make him a little more feared. I wasn't really nervous about Minnesota coming to Buffalo prior, but I think it does make it a tougher game. I think Minnesota wins this game 28-17.
Okay. Next we have the Carolina Panthers at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati's a 7-point favorite.
They still a favorite even after losing like that Halloween. I'm just kidding. But well, the Bengals, you know, if you were on the spread for that on Halloween, by the way, you won big for the Browns. But
you mean if you played money line on the Browns?
Yeah, because I don't think anyone really thought that was gonna be coming. But Panthers, you know, I mean, geez, they looked solid last week. I mean, they kind of they got the touchdown and probably could have won, but the guy taunted or whatever, took his helmet off, and in that situation I would have gone for the 2 because of the 40 yard or 8 extra point. I would rather gone for a 15-yard 2-point conversion at that point, but they didn't do that, and they ended up losing anyways because of it in overtime. But the Bengals didn't look good. I don't know. I think the Panthers, I think it's going to be an ugly game, but Panthers, man, they looked better last week and they looked against the Bucks. Bengals didn't look good. I think I'm gonna stick with the Bengals, but I'm gonna give it a 17-14 victory. I think it's gonna be an ugly, close game. And Bengals get it done. The Panthers do look good though, I will say that, but I think they're just gonna make some type of mistake that which cost them the game last week.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are still much better than Carolina. I think it was more that Carolina had an easy enough game on defense against Atlanta, and that division is wide open. Cincinnati's gonna win the 21-10. It's not gonna be that great. It's gonna be a boring game.
The Las Vegas Raiders against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who's the favorite in this one?
The Raiders by 2 points.
Okay. Well, both these teams are not coming up great as of last week, but you know, Raiders keep beating themselves. Jacksonville, I just don't know. I have lots of questions. But the Raiders just seem like, last week they just completely laid an egg to the Saints, but in past weeks they've been close, but then they lose by a couple points in the end. Jacksonville, they've had weeks where they've looked really good, and then they've been just completely shitty in other weeks. I'm gonna say Jacksonville wins. I'm gonna give it a 20-10 victory for Jags. It's not gonna be pretty, but I think the Jacksonville Jaguars get it done. I think the Raiders are gonna look sloppy again and do something stupid that costs them the game.
This is as much of a coin flip of a game as you can get it. I'm gonna go with the Raiders here just for the sake of going opposite of you on this. My gut's telling me the Jaguars, but I think the Raiders need to get a win here. So I think this is like a couple weeks ago when I played them to get the desperation win against Denver. I think this is it again. It's gonna be 17-14 final Raiders.
Okay. Next we have the Miami Dolphins at the Chicago Bears. Dolphins the favorites.
Yes. They are a 5-point favorite.
Okay. And I agree with that. I think the Dolphins do get it done. I don't think the Bears are that good. Unfortunately, the Bears did get the receiver that we should have. We couldn't give a second round pick for him.
You did offer a second round pick for him.
We did.
Pittsburgh declined it because they figured that Chicago would end up worse in the standings and it'd be closer to a first round pick. But in that scenario, that's where Green Bay needs to go. Okay, we'll give you a second and a fifth and get Chase Claypool from them.
Yeah, and I agree. They should have given him another pick then. Give him another pick.
They didn't. They wouldn't budge off a second. And they tried to get 2 receivers at the deadline, possibly 3, because I believe they were also in on Brandon Cooks. And
Brandon Cook, and that would have been a really good one. They probably wanted a first round pick for it, and they
didn't. They didn't. They'd already said it was a second for Cook as well.
They probably declined it because,
money.
And also, at the end of the season, the cap hit, they probably would have, the Packers salary cap sucks. So they probably wouldn't have been able to keep him at the end of the season. So there's that too. But yeah. Dolphins, I still think wins though. Bears, no matter who they have, Justin Fields has only had one good game right now. He's got a lot of work he's got to do. And the Dolphins, man, you know what? They're a good team. I don't think they're a great team, but I think they can win games. Tua is doing what he's doing. Hopefully he stays healthy. I think it will be 17-10. I think they'll win by a touchdown. I don't think it will be a great game, but I think Dolphins will do enough to win the game.
Part of me still has no faith in the Dolphins and wants to pick the Bears because Justin Fields looks like a competent quarterback right now. However, I know that they haven't put anything defensively there, and Tariq and Jalen.
You there? No, you're cutting out.
Frankie, there? Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're
You're just
frozen on my end,
there we
Frank.
go. There you go. Okay, what
I
were you
said
saying?
I said Miami's gonna win 31-7.
30. Okay, so we got Miami winning 31-7. Okay, good. All right, the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are the favorite in this one.
The Cardinals are the favorite, 2 points over.
Cardinals are the favorite, 2 points, you said?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why it cut out again. But anyways, yes. I think the Arizona Cardinals do win. I don't trust Geno Smith. I mean, I know he's had strives, but I can't sell on it. I can't sell on it. And I'm gonna say it's 24-17. Close game, but I can't buy on Geno Smith.
I hate that I'm buying on Geno Smith, but I'm taking Seattle on this one. They've proven that they're the top team in that division.
Really? You think they're the top team? Uh-oh, what's going on now? He keeps cutting out.
In record, they are. In record, they're 5-3. In record, they're 5-3. They just beat the 6-2 Giants. I have nothing to otherwise to say that they aren't. So I'm going to say Seattle gets the victory here, 24-17.
Interesting. LA Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm gonna now. Normally, I would say the Buccaneers were the favorites here.
No, they are.
However, because of how bad they've been playing lately, I'm gonna assume that the Rams are actually.
No. The Buccaneers are the favorites.
Oh, really?
3 points.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Well, the Rams looked like shit last week. But then again, the Buccaneers didn't look great either against the Ravens. So toss up. I'm just gonna say the Buccaneers win. It's not like the Rams look good either. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think the Rams will make the playoffs. I said this in week 1 that they weren't going to make the playoffs, and their division's wide open. And I don't think they're better than a lot of the team. I think the Niners are a better team than they just killed them last week. So I'm gonna say the Bucks win. I'm gonna say it's 21-10.
I'll say the Bucks win as well. It's 17-10. The Rams look awe-inspiring. They're not very good, so.
Okay. That was that was actually the last 4:00 game. So now we're actually on to Sunday Night Football. And that's Tennessee Titans at the Kansas City Chiefs NBC game, Sunday Night Football. I'm going to assume the Chiefs are the favorites.
12.5 points.
Big shock. Oh, and also this is the second game of Ryan Tannehill being benched because, as we know, as of last week, we record, right?
Well, Ryan Tannehill was out injured.
Oh, he was. Oh, I thought he was benched. Oh, I had read.
He was not benched. He was out hurt.
Okay, so he was. So is he playing then this week?
They're still not sure. This is questionable.
Still not confirmed. It's questionable. Okay, so I don't know. Well, if they have the backup guy in there, they probably. Well, I don't think they're going to win anyways. But regardless who the quarterback is, but I think the Chiefs will still win no matter who it is. But I think it will be worse if he's in there over Tannehill. But right now I'm gonna say it's 30-13.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Chiefs blow them out. It's gonna be 35-13.
Okay. And then Monday Night Football, Baltimore Ravens at the New Orleans Saints. Monday Night Football. Ravens are the favorites.
Ravens are the 2.5-point favorite. Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the upset here. I think the Saints are gonna get it done. I think the Ravens, they're on and off.
Are hopeless.
What?
They're hopeless.
What do you mean hopeless?
They're not good, and I don't trust them defensively.
Oh, well, I think the Saints do win. I think the Ravens are a decent team, but they just aren't. There's just something missing with the Ravens. They look good sometimes.
It's called a quarterback.
Well, no, Lamar does some good shit.
Lamar's a good football player. He's not a good quarterback.
But I think the Saints win. I think, the Saints probably will win that division. I mean, they're the more optimistic team in that whole division, I think, that has the most upside, I think. Despite I don't think they're overall that great of a team, but I think they are the better team in the South, and they do have some upside to them. I think they win 27-20.
I'm also actually going to side with you here on the Saints. I'm going to say the Saints win that game 17-13. It's not going to be a lovely game.
All right. And who are the bye teams? Because we keep forgetting to mention who the bye teams. I put them in the description, though.
This week on the bye, Cleveland, Dallas, Denver, New York Giants, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco 49ers.
We had a lot this week. Last week,
we
had 2 teams.
Which made no sense to have 2 teams and 6 teams this week.
Yeah, it's really weird. And they're also spreading them out, too. They're doing it. I think the Packers bye week is not until like week 14, that's really late for a bye. So yeah, they're really doing them different this year. That is all of the game.
There are no bye weeks or no teams on a bye in week 12, but there are 6 teams on a bye in week 14.
Yeah, and Packers are one of them. So yeah.
It's because week 12 is the Thanksgiving game. That's why.
Yeah, but usually they still have buys on Thanksgiving. This is, I think, the first year they've done that. But yeah, they're changing them every year. So it's whatever. At least they're not doing buys in week 3 anymore. That was one thing I know a lot of people hated. So at least they got rid of that. That is it. We have the websites for this is going to be on Tiki Bar
Tiki
Pro.
Tribe. Nope. TikiTribe.tv.com.
Yep. And it's also on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for all the latest contents. And then also you have your the chicken dipping promote.
Yep. Our sponsor Kyle at Chicken Dippin'. Thank you for paying me for the Bills beating the Packers.
Oh God. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that either. And that's 716 for the premium code.
It's 15% off discount code, correct?
Off. Yeah, and that they'll let you know that we sent you with the 716 premium code. Is there anything else you want to mention?
I think that's all I got.
All right, guys. So that is it. Again, comment, rate, subscribe, all that stuff. Links all the info's in the description, as well as our schedules and buy teams and all that stuff will be in the description as well. And yeah, guys, that is it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. He is
the Ranny 48.
And we're out of here. Peace.